Next, yes, this image of British rule bringing modern civilization to India is powerfully emphasized in the numerous pictures of late 18th and 19th century Calcutta drawn by the denials. In these drawings, you can see the making of New Calcutta with wide avenues, majestic European style buildings, and new mode of transport. In picture 3, there is life and activity on the roads. There is drama and excitement. Next, look carefully at figure 2 and 3. See how the denials contrast the image of traditional India with that of life under British rule. Next, picture 2 seek to represent the traditional life of India as pre-modern, changeless and motionless, typified by pequer cows and boats sailing on the river. Next, picture 3 shows the modernizing influence of British rule by emphasizing a picture of dramatic change. Next, another tradition of art that became immensely popular in colonial India was portrait painting. Next, the rich and the powerful, both British and Indian, wanted to see themselves on canvas. Next, unlike the existing Indian tradition of painting portraits in miniatures, colonial portraits were life size images that looked lifelike and real. Next, the size of the paintings itself projected the importance of the patterns who commissioned these portraits. Next, this new style of portraiture also served as an ideal means of displaying the lavish lifestyle, wealth, and status that the empire generated. Next is portrait painting become popular. Many European portrait painters come to Indian in search of profitable commissions. One of the most famous of the visiting European painters was John Zoffini. Next, he was born in Germany, migrated to England, and come to India in the mid 1780s for 5 years. Picture 3 and 4 are two examples of the portraits that Zoffany painted. Next, notice the way figures of Indian servants and the sprawling lawns of colonial missions appear in such portrait. See how the Indians are shown as submissive, as inferior, as serving their white masters, while the British are shown as superior and imperious. They their clothes stand raggedly or sit around. Next, live a life of luxury. Next, Indians are never at the center of such paintings. They usually occupy a shadow background. Next, many of the Indian Nawabs too began commissioning imposing oil portraits by European painters. You have seen how the British posted residents in Indian courts and began controlling the affair of the state. Next, undermining the power of the king. Next, some of these Nawabs reacted against this interference. Others accepted the political and cultural superiority of the British. Next, they hoped to socialize with the British and adopt their style and taste. Next, Muhammad Ali Khan was one such Nawab. Next, after a war with the British in their 1770s, he became a dependent pensioners of the East India Company. Next, but he commissioned two visiting European artists. Next, Tilly Kettle and George Williams to paint his portraits and gifted these paintings to the King of England and the directors of the East India Company. Next, the Nawab had lost political power, but the portraits allowed him to look at himself as a royal figure. Next, look at the painting by Williams. Notice the way the Nawab poses and how he asserts his majesty. Stop.